Okay, guys, today's lab is one, probably my students told me that this is one of the best lab they had, because we're going to do something really local. We're going to do some maps about our local West Virginia cities. So let me first give you the sheet. But I want you to open the same soft copy of that sheet, because there's a link there that you'll if you have it, just keep it open. And also, go ahead and download the zip file of the data. And also create lab, I call it lab 2B. So name a Word file, lab 2B, because you're going to record all the maps that we do together into this Word file. This is the one we'll be uploading to campus. Okay, guys, so today's lab is now one first step of how to start importing data and using this data in ArcGIS directly in Arcmap. I'm going to also show you the other step, which here we do use some kind of a database by using Arccatalog. I'm going to do it both ways. Okay, guys. Again, once we finish the lab, we're done. Okay, and it's Friday. It's not the best time, I know that. But the best thing is that once we're done, have this feeling of relief that weekend. Plus, I have the news. There is no homework today, so it's just these 4 questions. And the questions are depending on you to do the same thing each step. So, I want you to open 2 softwares now. The first one is the one you know. Don't open an old file, we're going to create a brand new file. And also, open Arccatalog. I'm going to do this with you because I have here some people in the Zoom as well. Hey guys. So let's start. So I'm going to go here to start. I'm going to try to be a little bit slow, but try to catch up with me, guys. Okay. And here under ArcGIS, let's start with Arccatalog first. Open Arccatalog. Arccatalog is something similar to your Windows Explorer, but it's mainly for ArcGIS. Let me tell you what I mean here. So Arccatalog is very similar shape of Arcmaps, but it's more into the file. And not here files only. We're dealing with a database, a geodatabase. So when you copy throughout Arccatalog, you're copying a whole bunch of data. Let me show you what I mean. If you guys go to the folder where you installed and extracted the zip file that I gave you, that has some layers of West Virginia. So let me show what I mean here. So if I install it here in this folder, and it's called Lab 2B. I probably put it somewhere here. Yeah, Lab 2B. These are the how many files or how many folders in this case. I have colleges, county, interstates, major rivers and lakes, schools, pre-K, state routes, and US routes. So it seems like a bunch of roads and also a bunch of local data. And by the way, guys, we're going to learn also today how to get some data online, how to use what type of data we're going to get. So I grabbed this data from different resources, and also you're going to notice today, once we start importing the data together, you might have some problems with coordinate systems. We're not going to solve it today. We're going to solve it in 2 weeks. We're going to start working with our lecture with coordinate systems and also geometry. So let me show first the data. And these data are mainly shape files. So you can see how many files here? Probably 20, 30 files. Each one consists of something. And this is called a shape file. Shape file is a database by its own. We usually have 2 types of databases. Let me write it here on the board. For the people who are on Zoom, you can also write it with me. We have something called a geo database. We have something called a geo database, and that's one database where all your folders are, or all your data are divided into three types: lines, points, or other entities that have the same attributes. Each one of them is in a smaller kind of folder, and they all contain this kind of geodatabase. Or something similar by itself, it's usually one type of file, either a line, either a point, or a polygon, and we call it shape file. So these are shape files. I'm going to talk in detail in this class how to deal with geodatabase and shape files. Last week in our lab, we directly worked in a geodatabase. And the geodatabase is like a big cylinder like this, and it contains smaller cylinders. Each one has something, some points, some lines, and so on. So these are, you can see here, the files of this shape files. One here is for the colleges, one for the county. You can see at least I have 8 files. One for the interstates. They're all shape files, rivers. Schools, state routes, US routes. These are the files or the data that we will import to our lab, okay? Let's now look at the same files in our catalog, just to show you how does it work as an explorer in GIS. So let's do it together. So guys, in our catalog, you're not gonna find anything here before you connect your folder. So you need first to connect the folder, meaning that once you open it, our catalog will go ahead to this folder and read the GIS files or the shape files as one thing. Let me show what I mean here. So you go here, you can see here, just put your cursor on these, and one of that will be connect the folder. You can see here is the one that's open here. You want to connect your folder, and go ahead and connect. It's gonna ask you to browse through which folder. I put it on my PC under GIS. I have it under lab. Let me see here. ArcGIS Lab. Lab 2B, in my case. And I just say, okay, so Lab 2B now is connected.
How do you get to that?
Connect your, here we're in our catalog, not in our map. So here, I'm gonna go with you after the class, no problem. So here we go in our catalog. So now we can here find Lab 2. If you double click on Lab 2, you're gonna find these folders. Click on each folder now, and you now have, shows you it's a shape file, 3 shape files that you can later on install. So if you go under ArcGIS, you're gonna find our catalog. This is the explorer for your work. And our catalog, we're going to deal with it in detail by next week. You can now also just go ahead and throw it to your Arcmap. It's some kind of a way to arrange and work with data as you do in your File Explorer or Windows Explorer. We're going to be doing a lot of that because part of our work is not just mapping, but also arranging files and arranging your database. So let me show what I mean here. Once I start, by the way, you can start Arcmap from our catalog. These kind of software are connected. So if you click on the green globe that you might see here in our catalog, and you're going to find Arcmap. If you just click on it, it will exactly as you started your Arcmap. I don't have to go to the start button again. You directly here go to Arcmap, and they're connected, guys. One deals with the files, the other deals with mapping. And by the way, you can still map through our catalog. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Am I going so fast? I can slow down. I can slow down. I'm trying to go faster because I see some of you are ready. They're waiting for me to finish. I know that. So now we open here Arcmap, the one you know already, the one we did before. And here we're going to start a brand new map. So just click on blank map. Click OK. And before we get rid of our catalog, we're going to do a lot of our catalog next week. But before we do our catalog, let's learn just how to throw data from our catalog into your Arcmap. I'll do it with you. How do I do it? And it's always a really good process you do when you work with two programs together in the same time. Take one of these programs and throw it to the side and leave it. So it will have here half the screen. It's going to ask you what software or what other program you want on the other side. In this case, choose our catalog. So now I have the catalog on the left-hand side, and I have the map on the right-hand side. So now we just take this file, and I have different ways I can preview it. I can see what file it is. So the ARC catalog not only is a file, it's similar to your Windows Explorer. I can see the file before you open it. Or description here. So I can figure out what the contents I have. And I can just take this colleges and throw it here. I just grabbed it, kept grabbing it, and I threw it here. So now it's part of your ARC map. We're creating a completely new map. I'm going to stop here in our catalog. We're going to deal a lot with our catalog next week. And let's now learn another way to add data from the data that you downloaded into your map. So let's do it together. So I'm going to forget our catalog for a second, and I'm going to expand my Arcmap. I've just installed the first file. We're going to throw all the data and then learn how to turn off and turn on the files and create the map like we asked for. So you already know how to add data, right? Remember the other way we do it? The yellow plus button, which has the black cross on it. So if you click here on plus, and since you connected, probably going to find it. So once you click plus here, and let's find, if not, you need to connect the file using this plus connect folder here. So I'm going to go up. It seems I don't have it. So again, you need to connect the folder. I'm going to go to my PC, wherever I put my folder, here. GIS, click OK. So I have now GIS. I have all the folders. I'm going to go to Lab 2B. And it's harder now because I'm doing it file by file. So I'm going to go folder by folder, and I'm going to start adding the data together into your drawing. You might get a warning sign about some problems with coordinates. That's very, very normal when you download different data sets from different places. If it doesn't fit on the computer, we'll try to help you to fit it. I'm going to show you this in a second. So I did already install the first one. Let's install the second one. It's the same file, but different version. And I'm going to put here shift. So I shift and added the two other shape files and just say add. And here is the warning I was telling you about. It's telling me the coordinate system is problem. What shall I do? I need to draw them all together. Okay, so let's just click here, close. It's going to add it and create a warning. I'm going to deal with this warning very, very soon. So what I want you to do, guys, now add all the data that you find in these 6 different folders. And now I can go around. I know some people are still figuring out what to do. I'm going to help you now, okay? Let me just put it myself. So I opened the county in the catalog, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw it into my map. It's going to keep giving me the warning for every shape file I add, because the coordinates are very, very, very messed up. And the computer will try to fix it. But these warnings tell me I'm fixing that. I can see the map of West Virginia coming in your computers. And also, you're going to put the highways. So let's do this together.
Unknown caller.
Here we go, guys. So I threw all the data around. I'm going to go around now. If you're still backed up, I can help you now. Okay, here. Okay, add data. Go up. Anybody needs help here? Now I can help. Anybody needs help? I can help. I know this stuff by the way, guys.
Do we need to add the last one too?
Excuse me?
The math WV, do we need to add that one too?
No. We're going to find something that the end justifies. I'm going to tell you the story of this file and why I put it there. So don't add this there. Yes? Well, you need to connect the folder where you install the zip file. You need to connect the folder so these programs can read them.
Do I say to the PC?
Where did you install it? Where did you download and extract the zip file?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. So.
Okay. Did you go to your eCampus and download the zip file?
Oh,
Yeah, download this file, extract it somewhere of your choice, and then you need to connect this somewhere of your choice in your okay? Okay, guys. So now, as a good thing you do in ArcGIS, always keep once you threw these folders and these data together, it was put on the level that you put it, or whatever you put first. It starts from the beginning and then it starts putting down. So there are some layers that do not show up, especially the highways. So a good trend in ArcGIS is to keep points, then lines, then polygons. Again, points up, then lines, then polygons. I'm going to do this with you. It's messed up as you are. So here, I'm going to let's just zoom extends here, so it shows everything. If I want to zoom closer to West Virginia, I will go here and create a window. And if I want to know how, so here it's arranged by the drawing order. So this is the order, whatever I started looking first, created this kind of order. Change the order to have points above, and then lines, and then polygons. So you can see here everything. Why is it purple here, or yellow here, or blue here? This is new data. Data is just tables. And the software put it as a drawing. And by default, it randomly puts different colors for whatever. So I can see purple, blue, yellow, other shades of blue. You want to change that? We learned that last week. Just click on the creative color and you can change the color. Or you can right click and go to properties, symbology, and you can create a palette different palette of colors. It's totally up to you. We're not going to do this week. This stuff, we're going to learn more how to deal with the data. Also, the data looks really, really ugly in terms of naming. So what I want you to do is look at each type of data. If you want to know what this data about, go to the attribute table and change the names of this data. For me, you can see here, it's called school pre-K through 12, college GIS. So we want to change this name into something that's short, but still representative of your data. So remember how to rename the layers, guys? So that's what I want you to do. Start renaming these layers. Okay, so and by the way, probably the colleges have 3 layers of colleges that have the same thing. I just call them colleges 1, colleges 2, whatever you want. Why do I need the name short? Because we're going to add a legend. And the legend takes this name into consideration. So we're going to have something that's really short. Go to customize. Okay, guys, you still having trouble here?
Yeah, I absolutely don't know.
Click on the zip. You already downloaded it twice.
Yeah, now I'm. So either one, click on either one.
You need first to know where to put it so you can connect the files to it. So it went to the downloads, lab to zip. So if you remember last week, I asked you you can go ahead and copy this to wherever other folder you had last time, or just create the GIS folder in the main C drive. And this is where you can connect it in your ArcGIS.
Do I open it and then do something?
No, you need to extract it somewhere. It's a zip file. You cannot go to the zip file. So go to downloads. Go to downloads, and you downloaded it 3 times, by the way. So go to this one here, copy it, paste it somewhere of your choice in the computer, and then you have to extract it, right? Click and extract.
So copy it and then
Go and extract it, yes. Okay, guys. So now we have the folders. Let's now learn the new stuff of how to create a more professional map that you can extract. So you can export, to your Word file. So let me read here. So in this assignment, you are required to upload to eCampus only one Word file. So you, I'm just going to skip this part here. Question 1. Using the data provided and lab instructions, create a map. I have the lab instructions here, by the way. Create a map of Charleston, West Virginia area and show the road system across this area. And you can change the color wherever you like. And also show the water covered areas. Define exactly where the University of Charleston is, our competitor. Also add the following, and then learn how to add this one. So let's first zoom to Charleston, West Virginia. So all I have to do is go ahead and create windows, and using pen, I'm going to go around till I find Charleston. If you don't know where Charleston is, like I do, I'm an outsider. So add some labels, and labels will help you. You want to do this together? So I'm going to add some labels. We have here the counties, right? So I'm going to go here to West Virginia, which are the counties, and I'm going to go to properties. So I'm going to go here to display, labels, and I want to label here, click apply, and okay. Whenever you want to add a label, but here put the zip codes, I guess. I'm going to change the zip codes into the name. Question?
Yeah, I missed the way you clicked.
I'm going to do it again because I have to fix that. Let's put the label numbers. What these numbers, I don't know. So I want to fix that. So again, I'm going to go to West Virginia. I'm going to right click, properties. And since we're using all the same software at the same time, it takes some time to get this table out. So any progress here? Okay, we need to sit with you sometime to just show you, because this is not GIS, it's just like regular computer use. Okay, I'm gonna set the time with you so we can sit and talk about this. So here, we want to know what's the field we want to label. So here I'm going to say the county. So here these are the different data sets for actually the table fields of my county or West Virginia layer. So I'm going to use here the word county. So I can have labels of the counties. Click apply. So now here I can see Fayette County. Yeah, here is Kanawha. So I can go here and start moving. So probably this is the big city where in the middle of Kanawha. So probably this is Charleston. I don't have a layer for cities, but you can go ahead and install a layer for cities. You can find it, but you don't need it right now because this is Charleston. And now try to figure out where is University of Charleston. So how to do it? I'm gonna go here to this, remember this information button will give me some information. I'm just gonna go around for colleges and schools and click on each one of them until you reach here, different schools of, here this is in St. Albans. I know that University of Charleston is near the river, somewhere here. that's South Charleston Middle School, so probably I have to move a little bit to here. And I found here University of Charleston. I turned off the schools and I kept the colleges. And I started finding information about where University of Charleston is. And this is University of Charleston. And now let's add labels for University of Charleston because we want this to appear in our map. So I'm going to go here to colleges, right click, and properties. Okay, so did you extract the zip files?
I copied it
Did you extract it? It needs to be extracted before you can connect it. Extract it. A compressed file is like a file that you cannot put. It's there, but you have it. It's like when you want to share files, I give you a zip file as one file so I can share it with you and then you extract. It's like giving you your wallet and then you open it, something like that. So you need first, where did you copy it?
I was trying to put it under documents, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I was like, we're in.
I
Show me where
think
the
on-
documents is. So here I'm going to label guys for colleges and the name and apply and okay. So here I have University of Charleston and now I'm ready to map it. When you go to mapping, when you want to extract, when you want to find exporting the shape that you want, you need now to add some really beautiful things. And this is what we're doing today. In your question, you wanted to add a few items. You wanted to add the following. Title, legend, north arrow. We're going to add another frame. What's that? Another frame. And a scale. Remember scale we talked about yesterday? We're going to add a scale as well. To do this, you need to be in layout mode, not data mode. Layout view, not data view. Let me first tell you how to go there. We did that last time, but we want to do it again. So I'm going to go here to layout mode by clicking on the small button here. In the lower left part, you're going to find data or layout. Data or layout. Now, like we did last time, probably you want to put it into landscape or portrait, the way you like. You want to make it a big screen. You want to make it fill the whole page. You might zoom in or out the map. Zoom in or out the page. Let me show you what I'm saying here. So I'm going to go here and fix, just click on it, and you're going to find here this 8 blue dots. So probably you want to fit it throughout the map. If I want to do it into landscape, so I'm going to go here, File, Page and Print Setup. Here I want it to be in landscape. And click OK. Let's zoom out of the page a little bit so you can see everything. You can start fixing these blue dots. So first of all, you zoom and inside your page, and then you want now to fix whatever in the map. You want to zoom in and out. Okay, guys, so here, I'm zooming now inside University of Charleston to show the word University of Charleston. So probably, let's go out a little bit. So So I kept zooming in your page, zooming in your data to come up with this shape. Do not export yet. You need to add some beautiful stuff to your map. Okay, guys, before I start the next step, any question? Question? This is called layout. We're gonna add some stuff. You're good. You're good. Okay, guys. Now we need to add some things to look really a professional now. So first of all, let's add a title. And probably the title University of Charleston or Universities in Charleston. By the way, it is old, so you're not going to find other universities in Charleston. Plus, you notice in my map, University of Charleston on the other side of the river, which is wrong because of the problems with the wording. So that's completely normal, and we're going to fix that in later labs. So let me just change this really bad purple color. Let me put it in yellow. So this is how it looks like right now. And by the way, this is your own data that you downloaded yourself from the internet. So there is a tab or a menu called Insert. So here, you go here, and I'm gonna utilize this menu, all of us together. You're gonna see that the second one here is Title. Click on Title. And here, this is where you wanna add whatever title to your map. So here, let's say here, colleges and universities in Charleston. And it now added this one here. You want to change how it looks like. So double click on it or right click on it and fix it. So if you right click on your title and again click properties, you can change the font. You want to make it bold, you can change the color of the font. You want to add a border around your title. Fix it the way you like. You're now a cartographer. You're the one who will develop, you have some art to develop whatever you want with this title. So that's the first thing you want to do. So I want to change it from Arial, for example, to So now here, you just click on the different, you want to add different type of font. So I'm going to add here this kind of font. Click OK. You want to change it into bold as well by just clicking on the button Edit Symbol. So you're going to find the button called Edit Symbol, where you can add whatever font you like, and you can add a border, whatever you want to this title here. Okay, guys, that's the first thing we want to add. Colleges and universities in Charleston as your title. Number two, a legend. Legend is some data, especially data that relates to your, for example, if counties here, you want to put, for example, population of people in the counties, you can add this legend. So a map here represents the legend, represents what data, what color codes of your data. Here in our legend, we're just going to add universities. So you go to Insert, and you're going to find here second or the number 5 or 6, the word legend. I was going to ask you, okay, what type of data in the map here you want to add to your legend? By default, it's going to add everything. So if you said okay, it's going to add a huge legend with all the data you have, counties, waters, whatever. So let's just add your universities and waters. And maybe you can put some highways as well. So here colleges, let's put colleges. Let's remove these. To remove or add, just use the arrows. So here I put the arrow and move it out. Take this one out. Leave the roads, the 3 roads here. Leave the rivers and get rid of WV. So these are the 4 or 5 items you want in your legend. Before you add it, you can preview it. So it's going to put the legend here. This is how it's going to look like. If you're okay with it, then type OK. If not, just cancel and create another legend here. So this is how it's going to be looking like. And it's like a wizard where you go step by step. So easy for you guys to do. So just click on finish. And if you double click on your legend, it's going to also go to some kind of formatting where you can now, the legend also, I always like to add the background, add the neat line. The neat line is simply just a border around your legend where you can fix it the way you want. So here, gives me this shape here. It has the general, what are the items. You can change the fonts, the layout, the frame. You want to add a border? Let's add a border. You want to add a background? You want to drop some shadow? And this is how my legend looks. You can change the word legend and put something else, information. So this guys comes up to you. And or in terms of beautifying your map, this is your call. It's not my call at all. It's the way you like to do it. To add as much beautification and fonting and style to your own map. Any questions here? Am I losing anyone here?
It's a bird shadow.
Have I put the shadow?
Yeah, what do you do?
Okay, I'll tell you how. So to put the shadow, you're gonna find here, go to layout. That's the color sort, go straight. This is border, this is the background, this is the shadow. Oh, that's border, background, and shadow. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Can you guys put a nice north arrow? There's a beautiful library of north arrows in ArcGIS. By default, ArcGIS puts the north up. You can change that. You can change the orientation of your map. But by default, north is always up in your map. Let's add a north arrow and see how beautiful it is. So here, I'm gonna go to insert, north arrow. And we're going to find here a beautiful library of north arrow. Some are classic. You want to put a classic north arrow, the one you see in the old movies. Some is more contemporary. You want to put a more funky north arrow. Let me be funky here. I'm going to put this one here. Depending on your company rules, every company where you're going to be working at, graduate guys, they have their own templates for these stuff. But here you're working on your own. You create your own template. Some people like to put it on the top. I like to put it next to my legend. It's up to you guys. Again, you are the cartographer. Here comes the new thing that's kind of a little bit hard, but once you get hold of it, it's very easy. Something called another data frames. And here we're going to learn something. We're going to be doing a lot of data frames in this class here. A data frame is similar to, guys, when you have a frame where you put, in older times before PowerPoint, professors used to use these transparent pages. They used to put it all together in a frame so you can see all together. This is a frame. The frame in your computer and here, it's called layers. By default, it's called layers. It's called layers frame. Let me show what I mean by that. Go to the word layers and right click. Go to the word layers, the one that has the sheets above each other. That's the meaning of the word frame, data frame. Right click. And this is now the different menu or the different right-click menu for that frame. So I can change the name. We're gonna do lots, and also gonna fix the coordinate system from here as well. So properties. Instead of layers, call this main frame and click. So that's my main frame. And now I want to add another frame to your map that will include something else, or maybe the same thing but with a different scale. So here we use it a lot in mapping when we have a key map in the top or the bottom of your map. So what I want you to do, you're going to go also to insert, frame or a data frame, and let's insert a new data frame and call it key map. I'll do this with you slowly, guys. So I'm going to go here to insert. The first thing is a data frame. Click on it. And there is a new data frame that was created on the table of contents here. That's empty. And there is also this guy here, a new data frame that was put in the map. It's like a new frame where you're going to put new transparency with new data. So what I want you to do here, for this new data frame, let's right-click. And let's now change the name the other way. Click on it twice slowly. And change the name to your key map. Now you need to put some data in. I can install the data again, or I can just copy and paste. Copy and paste? Yes, you can. You can copy a whole data frame into another. But here we just need to copy the layers probably of West Virginia and some roads. Because it's going to be a key map in West Virginia. So let's do this together. So first I'm going to go here to West Virginia. Right-click. Copy. Go back to the key map and paste. Put it also in yellow. When you change the color, let's change this color into blue. Let's add also the roads. So add the 4 layers of highways, US roads, interstates into the new thing. Notice something, guys. You cannot only work on one frame by itself. So if you find one frame bolded, this means that this is your current frame, the one you can work with, the one you can zoom in and out. So if you want to do zooming now, it's going to zoom the new West Virginia map that you did. So now let's move this key map to the side because it's going to be a key map. Let's also figure out how can we change the properties of this new key map. So I'm going to put this key map. I can just go ahead and move it probably somewhere here. You can change the transparency of this map. Transparency is how transparent it is. Does it show what's below it or not? I can keep it white. Let me do this with you. So if I go here, right click, and I go here to properties. And I can start adding now all properties to that frame. In turn, I can put some borders, I can put some shadows, background, and here comes where we don't want it to be transparent. So I'm going to put here some background. So I'm going to put here a border. There's already a border. Let's make it thicker. Let me add a, let me see here, a blue. And let's drop some shadow with some gray in it. Apply and OK. So now I have a key map of West Virginia. And can you guys, in this key map that we did last week, just highlight Kanawha County? Because we are mapping Kanawha County. And in the key map, we want a different color for this specific county called Kanawha. Can you do it? Let me remind you. You go to the counties, the WV counties, right click, type on symbology, and create a color specifically for Kanawha County. I'll do it without talking. I'm going to do it slowly so you can follow me, guys. If I'm going too fast, stop me, okay? I'll do it with you. So probably one of the layers has some labels. I want to turn these labels off. So let me do this first. So I'm going to go here to properties. And again, properties takes time for some reason. Yeah, I apologize for that. How do you find, guys, the lab this time? It's getting better, right? It's getting more enjoyable, especially once you see the nice, colorful outputs. I see even better output than I have here in the world. I'm looking at these two guys here. They're doing a great job. And here as well. Here, all of you. Okay, so now it's open. Let me turn the label off. I don't want labels. I want to go to symbology. And here it's colorful, so I can create categories. And I want category to be here ID. So I want to add a value, not one, no. Okay. Let's go here to name, county, add value. I want to go to Kanawha. Click OK, and Kanawha will be in red. I want it to be really clear in the middle of blue, so let's create, I'm going to double click here, let's put a yellow. So now I'm highlighting Kanawha. You can get better colors than I do, but now I highlight Kanawha County where Charleston is among the other counties. Any questions here about the data frame? And if you want to go to the original data frame, just right click on data frame and make it the active frame. So it's so simple to go from one frame to another. Finally, we talked yesterday about scales. Let's add a scale. Again, you're free to use the scale you love. We talked about two types of scale, either numerical or graphical. Graphical looks beautiful, but numerical is more, you can say, it's more practical. Graphical is amazing for paper because if the paper is stretched, the scale will be stretched as well. If you zoom in, it will be still valid. If you zoom in, the paper now. So let's add a scale. So I'm going to go here to insert. And you're going to see here either scale bar, which is the graphical, or a scale text. I'm going to add both for you guys. Let's start here with the bar. Again, we have a beautiful library of scales. Choose the one you love. And put it where you like. Again, double click on it or right click on properties. You can change how transparent it is, the background, you want it for a shadow. Touch it. This scale is very important for you guys because it tells you, like we told yesterday, what's the distance in the map compared to the distance in your actual map. Let's also add a numerical scale. So I'm going to go here to insert, scale text. And remember when we talked about what type of scale do you want? You want a unit free or unit specific scale. I'm going to use the unit free. And click OK. So here I have a scale. Just make it bigger. And I have it also here. So I have scales. And I have some of the scales, and I have also your two types of scales, the graphical and the numerical scale. Now, guys, I gave you the main thing of what to do. Now you can do question 2 and question 3. Question 4 we're going to do together, but let's now you guys work with question 2 because question 2 is exactly the same, but here we're going to go to Beckley. So now you can export this map and put it in your Word and start working now, moving towards Beckley. You can now highlight difference. So again, same thing here. And question 3, you want the distance from Beckley to Charleston, Beckley to Morgantown, Montgomery. Remember Montgomery, guys? Montgomery to Morgantown. You want to figure out how much far we are from Morgantown once we move to Beckley. Once you find the distances, just snapshot. Don't try anything. Just snapshot the distance and put it in your Word. Snapshot, put it in your Word. Once you're done, guys, do question 4. I'm going to go around, and I need some help here, so I'm going to go around and help you and stop talking further. Okay. So let's see what's going on. So are we able to describe it? Oh, you did.
This here, that's not on here.
That's when you put it in your documents.
Yeah.
Usually when you log in, you have your own specific folders. Did you log in this computer with your name on it? No. You found the folder, right?
Yeah.
So that's why this is the person who was opening this computer. You probably need to restart. You want to use your own account. Doesn't matter because you already installed the files. Best things under PC, go to this PC. And always, like I said last time, put it in the C drive. Under the C drive, double click on it, create a new folder for the GIS, there's no GIS already, and copy this zip file in this GIS, and then extract.
Okay, now put it in a new folder.
Create a new folder. You know how to create a new folder? Click here.
Here.
Here, go left.
Right here.
Yep.
Okay.
This is new folder, name it GIS. It's already ready to name GIS. And then double click on this new GIS folder. You're in the folder now, you can now copy anything to it. I see you opening another Explorer window, you can just go here, copy, paste, or just move it with your mouse, move from here to there.
So do this.
Yeah, put it away apart from each other. So go up here.
Here.
That's a zip file.
Okay.
Take this, copy it.
Copy.
You need to extract it first. Anyways, go back here to the file that you created. Paste.
Here.
Yeah.
And right clicking, paste.
Awesome. So now you know where it is. This is the folder GIS. This is the folder where you want now to connect our catalog or Arcmap. You go to connect. You go now to C, GIS, and connect this folder so it can now read all the folders that we did in this folder.
Okay, so I go here to
Go to ArcGIS. You now want to connect your folders. So here there is.
whoops, where did it
Here you want to connect the folder, so here is connecting folder. Okay, so you have the folder, you go here to add data. Yep. Here where you can now start connecting your folder. Go here to connect the folder. And this PC. Go to C. The folder that you created, and now you're able to connect this folder. Click OK. Now you have, it's now connected. You can go down to lab 2, double click lab 2 here, click on lab 2. And now you have all the folders which has a bunch of data sets. Go to each one of them and start adding them like we did in this. Okay, so start doing this. I don't. So guys, if I'm ready. Okay. Yeah, change it, just add it to the format. Just add text.
Morning came up. Didn't say that.
Close.
And right now, we're not in the edit mode, so all we do is just insert. And in text. And instead of the points there, just add new text with that. Later on, we're going to have 6 mistakes. Don't believe it. This is just showing one version of it. You get back to the data part here. Now you're editing. So anywhere else in create and do that. Once you export it, this back as a PDF or as a picture file in Word, you never use it. But this is just a tool where you can view image. Yes, and once you go to back, everything you create will be updated. So it's going to show that click, it's going to show the same legend once you go back to the other view. Yeah, the other type of view. You can go to that once you start going to that, it's going to go there. Yes.
So whenever I have the
Well,
I'm saying
yes, I did.
How do I grab a hold of my leg? Well, like, what, like,
I'm going to bring back the
yeah.
this back.
Okay, sure.
So go to map and make this the current correct.
Yeah.
So once you go here,
Yeah.
no. So it's on the board.
That's what I'm trying to do. Same thing. Yeah.
Let me try to do it here. Get that just click on it, you should have
Alright.
What's the units? Pick up the units you like, guys. Units in miles, kilometers, feet, steps, whatever you like. You're experts in that now. All you have to do is just get the distance and snapshot the result and put it in your Word file. Okay, so let's go in here.
I clicked on something and I can't get it back.
Okay, click on the globe here. So now all these, so people put it on data points until you get it.
Here,
Yeah.
okay, and then I'll put these three things on there, and that's all.
If you go up, they're in different folders. It's exactly like your Windows Explorer. You start going up and down
Would I
until
click
you
on that
get,
arrow?
yes. So here you have the other ones,
Ah,
add all of them. Okay? One thing I forgot to test you guys. Save as your map by default is called Untitled. If we use power, we're going to use this time. It's not safe. Save as and put it in your name. Again, this map file is just a pointer to your data. It's just a viewer of your data. It's a very small file, but you have to save it. So save it in the same folder next to this layer file that you asked where it is. And just use this. Don't forget to save it. I have to do the same. I have to also follow it. So I'm going to do it here. Hey guys, to beautify more your file, you probably all have these brown dots. You want to fix and have something else. You click on these brown dots of these universities. You want to change that to something that would represent university. I'm going to do something really fun with you. So I'm going to click on this brown dot. Let's get back to my data frame here, my data shape. And you can see here's just some brown dots that looks really ugly for universities or colleges. I'm going to click here, and you can search for something that would represent more what you're mapping. You're mapping colleges. Just type probably for college or university. I'm going to do this with you. College or university. So there is under the symbol selector, there's a search button or a search bar. And click search, and it's going to take some time to search. And you're going to choose something with a university hat. Hopefully I see you all guys with these university hats at your graduation. So choose whatever symbol of university you like. And in this will add, instead of this ugly brown dot or blue dot, you can have something more that simplifies or signifies in terms of that these are colleges. Okay, guys, any questions? Is this fun? Probably now you map your own campus and you map Charleston, you map Beckley, and now I'm gonna map also your dream visit country. Awesome. So I see, yeah, you're getting there, right?
Maybe. So this here, what is that?
I don't know. It's some data point that so you just add it into there? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's 1.4.
Okay.
Okay, so what, right?
Now you have the insert menu, has everything you want to do. The title, legend at the top, north arrow, another data frame, and a property scale. So you can start adding these, and you have to get to the layout view to see all these in your layout view, the one that will be exported to your work.
So I'll start by going to data frame. And then,
You have to go first to your
oh, okay.
layout view. This is insert. Add stuff inserted to
Okay. So then once I click on that,
I'm talking here layout view, still in data view. Layout view. The next one, the one next to it.
oh, that one, okay.
And like we did last time, we're gonna find the page, we listen to the layout view. The one that will be a map, an actual map, an actual paper map. You can now fix how it looks like, zoom in and out the page, zoom in and out in the data, or in the actual map, and you add some stuff. You can add like you saw, you can add first, like do it one by one. I'll do it. Add first the title, legend, north arrow, add another frame, and finally add a scale. Okay? Okay, guys, once you finish question 1, question 2, question 3, give me some thumbs up so we can move and work on question 4. So, and if you're done, you're free maybe to go walk around, go to the something to drink or something. Awesome. So you're moving forward. Good. Good, good, good. Awesome. Wonderful. You can find this situation like all I need to see is the one. Sometimes yeah, you just need. So you couldn't do it.
What is, the legend?
The legend is like a table of contents showing you the data that you have and how much it can show the name of the legend. See the one here? That's a legend. So whatever green line, that's US route. The red line is a state road. The purple line is an interstate. I can change that.
Okay,
Just,
so
just use the default route.
how do I tell
No
it that
rivers
I,
and lakes.
how do I tell it that I want all of these? on
These
the
are
legend?
all the layers that you have.
Okay,
And that's why I asked you to change the layer names to something more smaller. So it just shows these colleges, your schools, and so on. If you, for your legend, it's going to be the long name where you are. It's going to be the
okay, so what, do I right click on those and change them
yes, you can click twice on each one of
over
them.
here?
Yes, you can close this now.
Cancel?
Yes. You can start now only with each one of these.
So, which
Should the road take a little longer? It's the pros,
Okay, guys, question 4. And I see some of you already start. Question 4. You're going to create a new map. You're going to add whatever background file or not background. We want that, yeah, background map that you like. And you're going to go to the website, go to data, and choose whatever country you like, and download the shape file of that country, and add the data above each other to a new file, and again, do the same thing like we did. The reason for question 4 is to show you that there are tons of data on different websites, how to install them, sorry, not install, how to download them, how to extract them, of course, how to put them in your map, and use it in mapping your work, and later on how to fix some coordinate system problems, which is a big thing in ArcGIS. How do you do it? Where did you get it? Shape file. So did you extract tags? Yeah. No, don't click on the shape file. Just you need to add data to the new file. So now it shows, right? You need to connect it. Connect it first. Then find your company with plus. The same one you have. Add data. No, add data. Yep. First one. So this one here. Choose where you are.
I think you got some stuff, but where's Montgomery at?
Notice it. Well, you can use any folder. Sometimes you can use the folder.
You got high school.
And add also a background file, so add data. You want to first step you add a background, choose the one you like. And yeah. So I'll go into you guys in case you didn't follow. So I hate Microsoft Explorer. Okay, so in the website, guys, you're gonna get this beautiful picture here. Click on data. Click on country. Choose whatever country you like. So easy. And we have libraries and libraries of data, all kinds online. Data is everywhere, guys. For free, and sometimes you have to buy data. All the surveyors around the world, once they finish their surveying, they have data. And this is the data we use here in Map. So, since I come from that country here, I'm going to use this one here. And I'm going to install a shapefile. You can install a geo package, by the way. I'm going to deal with geo packages or geo databases, the one I talked about here. But I'm going to use shapefiles. It's easier, it's lighter, it's better to share. So it's going to create a very, very simple files that you can use. So I'm going to go here to shapefiles, save as. I'm going to put it in my same folder where I put everything here so I can connect, it's directly connected. So I'm going to put it under GIS and save. Open folder for me because I want to extract it first. So I'm going to go here, right click, click OK, and extract. Extract here. Okay, so extract. So these are the shape files of the country I've chosen. So now we need to go GIS, a brand new file, a brand new file. Here I'm going to use a brand new file. So I'm going to go here in ArcGIS and save first, and then click new, blank map. And now I can, like I did before, I'm going to add 2 layers only, one background layer, and the second one is the shape files that I created. I can see Italy there. Oops. It's beautiful. Form over there. So go here to the data view first, and let's first add my base map. And then now let's add my country here. So I'm gonna go and yeah, it's gonna take some time to load the whole world or whatever data or base map I have. So here, yes. And then I'm gonna add the data for my country here. So I'm gonna go up. And I have here my Egypt shapefiles. I click Control to add all the 3 shapefiles that I have. I don't know what they are yet. I can later on discover that in GIS. So I'm going to go here and add. So by default, it put it in yellow. So you can see here, there's my country here. So you can go ahead and now, again, add a title, a legend, arrow, another data frame, which probably shows the world, but just your country is highlighted, and finally escape. Why? And guys, once you finish question 4, create the 4th map, put it in the Word file, and upload it to eCampus. very good. And if you have more questions, I'm here, guys, till 5 o'clock. So,
How do I, where do I go to find the more bureaus?
again, everything you want here is under insert. Click insert. Finish your note arrow.
Oh.
What's with Switzerland, guys? Do you have money there or what? Yeah, you both probably have like $1 million in Swiss bank that you want to go and get, right? UAE. Don't take it. Italy?
Well, I kind of don't know what, but it doesn't show up so much.
Whatever country you love. Whatever country you love. But I'm going to Switzerland this time because they have some ideas for this train.
But they're gonna add it where it was showing this different.
There are 3 layers. I think one layer shows the whole country. The other shows different like states or provinces. And third, I don't know. As the website tells you exactly what type of data.
It's like,
It's
like right now.
I got the bureau, the scale bar. What do I type in that tab?
You need to copy whatever that frame. You use it usually as a key map. So here you want to zoom to Charleston, and here you want to show the whole West Virginia and highlight, for example, Canal County. So here in this data frame, you need to copy whatever. You can add data. The data frame is similar to this. It's a new one that's empty. So you want to add whatever data. You want to add whatever data and put it here, and it will show the same or something else here.
How do I turn all of this into the legend? Don't I need to have all this information in a box on the map?
Yeah, when you insert your legend, it will ask you what out of these layers you want to put information in the legend. Why this empty? Because now this is the active frame, and the active frame is empty. That's why it's empty. If you go here, let me show it. Click cancel. I'm going to go here and activate it. But here you have a new data frame. You need to fill it first. It doesn't matter. You go back here to layers, right click, and you're going to find here activate. So now when you insert legend, you now have filled. And by default, it's going to add everything. You want to remove if you want it.
Okay, you're saying I should remove something from here?
It's up to you. You are the cartographer. You're the one who ought to tell me your map went on showing. Since
Okay,
we're
so
here
do I-
showing, for example, only Charleston, the colleges in Charleston, so going on colleges, and roads, and rivers. It's up to you. Totally up to you.
Do I right click to remove them?
See these arrows? These
Yeah.
taken out and in. See these right and in.
Oh,
This
okay.
takes everything out. This takes one by one. Okay. Nobody wants to go to China. Yeah, one probably has the whole wardrobe just totally piece. The other one probably has different provinces. And the third one has miniature. Looking at Europe, looking at the particular doing so now, the website itself, look at the website. So it tells you here, probably these are the changes. Yeah, you're right. Okay, where can you show me the active table? So here we have regions. So the first one you can see regions. It's like states.
That's really.
Yeah. So this one. Probably, yeah. It's like something more like counties, I guess. Yeah. Well, you don't look at your
That's part of that.
communities, maybe. Yeah, the third one, communities, just it. Just one column. Exactly. You're free to use whatever. So probably this one is the best region. You can say communities. Don't forget to add sometimes the background.
I don't know.
Yes. See you guys. Have a good weekend. Yeah, it's like county. That's just something like communities.
How do I get the vote?
Well,
Just leave that to the city. I didn't want to put my list in the.
you probably gonna choose because they love each other. Yeah, pick up one of these 3 layers. Because
I'll just
pick one of them. Just one of them. Yeah, the thing is, got it? Here you didn't have to use the whole word. Well, you have to test it out.
How do I get out of the, I clicked on that by accident, so how do I get out of that? Because I don't want
Pick
to
on
get
anything else you want.
click on anything else.
Yeah, if you click now on, for example, zoom here, it's gonna get out of this.
Okay, so then how do I shrink this whole frame?
Right click on the legend. And go to properties. And this is the properties where you can fix anything related to the font, you can make it smaller. Or you can just go ahead and see these blue small buttons. This controls the size of your legend. So you need first to fix the fonts, and then you can fix the size. So here you can play from items, layout, frame, size, and position.
So size and position.
All of them will have control, because here you're going to control also the fonts. So if you go here to, I think, layout, sorry, items. So this is the symbol that we have. Okay. Go to size. So that's the size of the thing. Here you can make it smaller. You can just increase or decrease it.
You're talking about the size of the letters.
Everything. Go to general. So this is the general. Let me go from there. This is the name, the legend, and the folders that you have are the different layers that you have in your legend. Go to items. So here, this is where you fix the fonts and so on. If you go to symbol, it will fix the symbol for each one of these. It does it one by one for every single one. Okay, you click on layout. Yeah, now this is the font. You can choose different types of font, different sizes, that will increase or decrease or change the shape of your fonts.
Okay, but now if I like, if I like fonts and everything, but I just want to shrink the box,
That's what I'm telling you.
I'll just grab it and I can take it in. No, I'm still not getting it right.
Okay, click on the legend. You're in zoom mode. Go to selection mode here. Selection, okay, black. You can see selection. Now you can change it. Because it's auto fit.
Okay, now where I enlarge this, how do I make that right to,
What do you mean?
where it shows the whole state instead of just part of it? I want to shrink
Here
this.
you're in complete control of all these zoom options. Zoom in, zoom out, pan, zoom everything. Again, zoom in, zoom out, pan, move it around, and that's zoom everything. That's zoom previous, that's zoom in with a small piece, zoom out with a small piece. You're in total control of zooming in and out from now. Okay? You want to zoom everything, click on the globe, and zoom everything you have.
I'm trying to. That's what I was trying to figure out.
start now using Yep. Let's start from there. Yep. Now, well, yeah.
To do that, I know our kids know, they're like,
The village of what?
um,
What do we do?
the high.
Oh, yes, let's do that. And actually, when you chose the grade, everything will be connected. Here's what I was grade. That was grade and grade. So the village color. Just like everything you so this is
Does that work? That's all Earl did now?
perfect, yeah. You can go back. It's back here. I like this gray with the color of the
I changed it. It was acting weird. Let's say it's too small.
Okay.
What he said.
Oh. Has, emailed us yet? Because y'all didn't, yeah, did you already see his email? Yeah, you're. The due date for March 9th is Sunday. We asked him at the end of class if we could extend until just in the morning, because like, you know, it's a lot of
So,
money.
yeah, that's tough.
Anyway, back to you.